So you mentioned changes needed in education and health and other areas. Under the previous national government, the social investment approach took economic tools to try and achieve social outcomes. Is that approach likely to continue under the current leadership?
So it will continue. It's at the heartbeat of what makes us think about how do we do things better for our communities and for our country. And so it's about getting data. It's about then strategically knowing that if we were to put our efforts to early prevention and intervention, what would that look like so that we could get greater gains? It's about every dollar that we invest into this machine called government, how do we know that we get a return that does make a difference? And so our challenge was actually knowing how to articulate that. We know that it's actually important because even the current government have kept on the agency, they've reframed it, renamed it, but it still has the key elements to it. Where that works for our Pasifika people is the fact is that big system, that big data is part of what makes us who we are. We know how to think in big spaces. We're global learners. We know how to connect, that connectivity between multiple different stakeholders. That's what we do all the time. You know, we hustle all the time. We know how to think and articulate and activate when we're in big spaces with big groups and big crowds. We're not afraid of that. And so therefore, I think Pasifika are in the ideal place. And again, what I would like to see is about using this to innovate that. One of the areas is in particular around business. And so, you know, we only make up 1.2% of small to medium enterprises in our country. You know, we have over 600,000 businesses and we make up about 20,000 of those, that number. It's time for us to allow our people, social innovation and social investment will allow us to be able to do that and to take our place so that, like we are back home, you know, we're the owners of our own businesses, we run the country, you know, we control our communities. Why is it that we're not having our place here, our footprint that has an impression in our country? You know, those are the things that I believe social investment will allow us to do that.
Yeah, I think there are things that we are very good at that come to us naturally, that we need to emphasise those parts and harness them and make sure that they are recognised and rewarded.